baseball. It's America's pastime and Minnesota's passion. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Coverage of this great Minnesota tradition is proudly brought to you by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. Xfinity, a better way to watch. Think Bank, meet your money. The Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. And by the Minnesota Twins. Get tickets for Town Ball Night at Target Field on September 10th. Live coverage throughout the Town Ball tourney can be seen right here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. That's NSPN.TV. Welcome to the neighborhood. Now, let's get out to the ballpark.
Here in Faribault for the opening round of the Class C Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Along with our producer and director, Greg Williford, my name is Darren Swenson. It's first round action today as the Union Hill Bulldogs take on the Waconia Lakers. The Lakers are here at the state tournament for the 9th time in history. Their last appearance was 2020. Their best ever appearance was a runner-up finish in Class C in 2011. The Union Hill Bulldogs are here for the 17th time in history. Their last appearance as well was in 2020, and they were a runner-up in Class C back in 2006. Cody Simon going to the hill for the Union Hill Bulldogs, and he will face this, or Cody Simon, I should say, going to the hill for the Waconia Lakers, and he will face this Union Hill Bulldog lineup. Leading off at third base is Joe Becker. Batting second, the right fielder, Jack Kreitzen. Hitting third, the designated hitter, Conrad Mossberg. Batting fourth in left field is Nate Lee. Hitting fifth in center field, Nathan Osborne. Hitting sixth at first base, Nathan Berg. Batting seventh at second base is Jacob Becker. Hitting eighth, the catcher, Jack Geeson. And batting ninth will be the shortstop, Brady O'Neill. Beautiful day here in Faribault as we get set for the third day of this weekend. 3 more games today, and then we'll head on to the second round of competition, the second weekend of competition next weekend here in Faribault, Dundas, and Meesville. 72 degrees at game time, north winds at 6 miles an hour, 69% humidity. Couldn't ask for a better start for the day as Joe Becker will lead things off for Union Hill to face Cody Simon. And our first pitch is at 11:04, and it's a foul ball straight back and out of play. No balls and 1 strike to count. Joe Becker, the third baseman for Union Hill. The pitch swung on and fouled away. It's no balls and 2 strikes to count. Simon ready. We'll set the Waconia defense here momentarily as the pitch goes outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Looking at the bracket as we look ahead to next weekend. A swing and a miss from Joe Becker and a 4-pitch strikeout of Joe Becker to start the game.
After the McCann's range strikeout, that brings up number 21, right fielder Jack.
The winner of this game will play in Dundas next Saturday. They will take on the Fergus Falls Hurricanes. First pitch out of the zone to Jack Kreitzen, the right fielder. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch in there for a strike. It's 1-1. The defense for Waconia, Justin Schultz in left. Owen Amrine in center and Jake Hendricks in right. The 1-1 delivery is high and tight. For 2 balls and 1 strike, Max Kallenberg at third. Derek Martin at short. Ronnie Olson at second. And at first base is A.J. Friedrich. Robbie Smith behind the plate and Cody Simon on the hill. The pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Waconia out of Section 7. Union Hill out of Section 3. The 2-2 delivery. A swing and a pop-up foul right side and out of play. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes yet. Creighton, a native of New Prague, a Wisconsin lacrosse graduate. The 2-2 delivery, breaking ball just missed. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cody Simon is out of Winona State. He led the league led the pitching staff in innings pitched this year, and he's got 2 strikeouts in the first 2 batters of the game. Becker and Creighton both down on strikes to start this contest, and Conrad Mossberg will come to the plate. No score here in the first inning. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Simon, out of Winona State, led the team in innings pitched this year. Swinging a foul away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lakers in league play were 15-3 this year. All 3 losses by 1 run. So they've had a fine season getting here to the state tournament. Off-speed pitch outside to the left-hand hitting Mossberg. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fewest clouds we've seen in the sky in Faribault all weekend. The 1-2 swing and a miss. And Simon strikes out the side here in the top of the first inning. 3 up, 3 down goes Union Hill. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It's Union Hill 0 and Waconia coming to bat, and Waconia will bat this way. Justin Schultz in left field. Derek Martin at shortstop. Max Kallenberg is the third baseman. A.J. Frederick at first base. Robbie Smith is the catcher. Jace Hendricks in right field. Ronnie Olson at second base. Chris Bullis is the designated hitter. And Owen Amrine is in center field. That lineup will face Conrad Mossberg. For the Union Hill Bulldogs. Mossberg, a graduate of Waterville Elysian Morristown High School. And he will have this defense behind him. Nate Lee in left, Nathan Osborne in center, and Jack Creighton in right. Joe Becker at third, Brady O'Neill at short, Jacob Becker at second, and Nathan Berg at first. Jack Geeson behind the plate. And Conrad Mossberg is on the hill. Union Hill, regulars here at the state tournament. 1973, 1989, 91, 92, 94, 96, 98, 99, 2000, 2002, 2006, 2007, 12, 13, 17, and 20 as Justin Schultz will start things here in the bottom of the first inning. Schultz stands in and looks at the first pitch for a strike. It is 0-1. Schultz, a .383 hitter on the season. As the pitch goes low, it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Winner of this first matchup will go to Dundas next Saturday afternoon to take on Fergus Falls. Chopper to the right side and Jacob Becker at second. He will field and throw to first base for the first out of the inning.
With 1
And that'll bring up Derek Martin. He was the Region 7 MVP. He was a .338 hitter. Had 4 home runs and 21 RBIs and 65 plate appearances this summer. So Martin will stand in. No score here in the first inning. First pitch, a little low, a little outside. 1 ball, no strikes to count. No score, bottom of the first inning on a beautiful day here in Faribault. The 1-0 is a swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Derek Martin. Waconia and Union Hill in the first round of Class C play here in Faribault today as the pitch goes low to Derek Martin. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Two, 1, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Martin, graduate of Waconia High School and Winona State University. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. The 2-2 is a chopper to the right side. Picked up by the second baseman, Becker. Easy toss over to first. And there's 2 down here in the inning.
With 2 down, that brings up
a couple of 4-3 putouts
23, Max Hollenberg.
to end the first inning. No score, first inning. Max Kallenberg to the plate, the designate, or the third baseman, I should say, for Waconia. That's first pitch in there for a strike. So Mossberg trying to establish things early on as the pitch goes high and tight. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Max Kallenberg. Beautiful day here in Faribault once again as Kallenberg fouls 1 away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kallenberg out of Waconia and Southwest Minnesota State. First baseman and a third baseman by trade. The 1-2 is blown away. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Kallenberg was a .368 hitter this season. For Waconia, out to center field it goes. Osborne is after it, and he will make the catch in medium to deep left center field to retire the side as Waconia goes down in order in the first inning. 1 inning complete. We're scoreless in Faribault.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Good crowd on hand here today for a Sunday morning in Faribault. Folks wearing the black shirts, cheering on their Union Hill Bulldogs, who will come to the plate in the top half of the second inning of a scoreless game. Nate Lee for Union Hill will come to the plate. Union Hill's been around since 1956 as Cody Simon starts him with the strike, 0-1. Simon struck out the side in the first inning, and a curveball taken low. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1-1, ground ball towards third. Collenberg will make the play and fire across the diamond, so the first ball hit in play is off the bat of Nate Lee, but it ends up
with one down, that brings up center fielder
being
for
a
Union Hill, number 13,
out. So one down here in the inning, and Nathan Osborne will be the batter. Osborne was a .313 hitter on the regular season for Union Hill. He'll look at a strike from Cody Simon, and it's no balls and one strike to count. So Simon for Waconia off to a pretty good start, as the pitch is a swing and a miss, and Simon lost control of the bat, and good thing the protective netting was there on the third base side. Otherwise, some of the fans might have had a souvenir they didn't want. It's no balls and two strikes to count. Simon was 4-1 this summer with a 1.55 ERA, struck out 34 men in 40 2/3 innings. Osborne back to the right-hand batter's box, the 0-2 delivery outside. Fortunately, nothing hurt other than perhaps his pride for a moment. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 delivery breaking ball swung on and missed, and that'll be the 4th strikeout for Cody Simon. Simon's got things going here early on. 2 down here in the frame.
First baseman, number 7, Nathan Berg.
And Nathan Berg will stand in. Berg had 6 home runs this summer. 26 for 83 with a .313 batting average. As the first pitch out of the zone, 1 ball, no strikes to count from Cody Simon. The 1-0 delivery is fisted foul, first base side and out of play. And good crowd on hand. We had nearly 800 paid attendance for the 4 games yesterday. Was told similar crowds at Dundas and Meesville, so over 2,000 people enjoying state tournament baseball in the opening weekend. A swing and a miss from Berg, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, and I imagine the crowds will just get bigger as next weekend comes upon us. And if you can't make it here, check it out on NSPN.TV. A foul ball right side and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But if you can be here, come on out to Faribault, Dundas, or Meesville one of these next 2 weekends. The 1-2 was a fastball high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One of the top 50 things you need to see as a sports fan is the Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament. A beauty of a curveball and a swing and a miss. As Berg down on strikes, Simon has struck out the first 5 of the 6 he has faced thus far and set down 6 in a row through 2 innings. As we head to the bottom half of the 2nd inning, we're scoreless.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Talk about the crowd here in Faribault. We gave you a look at the Union Hill crowd heading to the top half of the 2nd inning. Well, there's the folks in blue, the Waconia faithful, cheering on their Lakers today as we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It'll be A.J. Frederick, Robbie Smith, and Jace Hendricks for Waconia. Frederick was a .365 hitter this summer. Left-hand hitter against the right-hander Conrad Mossberg. Neither team has gotten a base runner yet through an inning and a half as we start things here in the home half of the second inning. Waconia is the home team. This will be the first of 3 games today as the pitch outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Ada and Plato at 1:30, and then Raymond and Wanamingo to wrap up the weekend at 4:30. The pitch outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. So 9 games overall in the tournament to close out today. And Miesville will complete their suspended game tonight as well over in Miesville as the pitch goes outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. So plenty of baseball. You can watch it all at NSPN.TV. Swing and a miss on a healthy cut and no contact from Frederick. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. No score, bottom of the second inning. The pitch outside. 3-2 the count. Nobody on, nobody out here in the second inning. A virtual cloudless blue skies. Pitch high and outside, and Frederick becomes the game's first base runner. As Mossberg loses him on 3-2. And the batter will be Robbie Smith. No score. Robbie Smith was a .394 hitter this summer. 2 home runs, 19 RBI on the season. The 19 RBI was 3rd on the squad behind Kallenberg and Derek Martin. And on the grass at 3rd is Joe Becker. Pitch swung out and missed as Smith showed no sign of bunting that time. Berg holds the runner on at first base, but a very short lead by Frederick there as the pitch over the outside edge for a strike, and it's 0-2. So Mossberg ahead in the count, looks in for the sign from Giesen. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch goes high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 300 down the line and straightaway left here at Bill Field. 350 to center and 330 to right. Frederick with a very short lead at first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch ground ball towards short. Brady O'Neill at shortstop tried to throw to second. The ball goes into right field. Hitting second and making his way to 3rd will be Frederick. So it'll be runners at the corners with nobody out for Waconia. So a walk and an error have given the Lakers a scoring opportunity in the home half of the second inning. And Jace Jake Hendricks will come to the plate. 314 hitter, a couple of home runs, and 7 RBIs on the summer for Hendricks. Infield back up the middle, even with the bag at 3rd. Berg will hold the runner on at first as the fastball misses high from Mossberg. 1 ball and no strikes. Mossberg got the ground ball he wanted with a runner at first base and nobody out. But unfortunately, the defensive execution wasn't what he wanted as pitch goes down and in. Giesen with a nice move to his right to avoid that one from heading to the backstop. 2 balls, no strikes to count on Jake Hendricks. The right fielder for Waconia in a scoreless game, but the Lakers threatening, swing and a foul back. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Short lead at first base by Smith. Frederick down the line from 3rd, the 2-1, swing and a miss. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Frederick a couple of steps off the bag at third. Smith away from first. Smith takes off. Pitch swung on and missed. And Smith will take second uncontested, but Mossberg gets the strikeout of Hendricks. And there's one down here in the second inning.
There's one down. Runners at second and third. Brings up number 12, Lakers second baseman Ronnie Olson.
Second and third, one down. And to the plate comes Ronnie Olson. Was a .373 hitter this summer. Knocked in 16 with second and third and nobody out. Infield already up for Union Hill as Olson fouls one down the left field line. No balls and one strike to count. So the Lakers trying to take advantage of an early scoring chance in this one. Frederick off of third and Smith off of second. The 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Good hard breaking ball, and it's 0-2. The advantage of having the infield up, and now the middle infielders will go halfway. That runner at second base in a situation like this can get a pretty good lead. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The 0-2 delivery missed on the fastball, low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, because if you're playing in the infield up position, you can't really play a lot of cat and mouse with that runner out at second base. With 2 strikes, they're making the adjustment to play a bit more halfway, as you can tell. The 1-2 delivery, similar spot, similar result. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ronnie Olson. The pause and the 2-2. Towards right field, hit pretty well. Creighton is back. He will make the catch, backpedaling towards the fence. Tagging and scoring is Frederick. Moving up to third is Robbie Smith. And it's the Lakers drawing first blood. Ronnie Olson with the sacrifice fly to score A.J. Frederick. And Robbie Smith moves up to third. Chris Bullis will try to get him home. Bullis, 7 hits and 19 plate appearances this summer. He's only struck out once in those plate appearances. A ground ball towards short. O'Neill will make the play. Easy toss across the diamond to retire the side. 1 run, no hits, 1 error and 1 left. 2 innings complete here in Faribault on our opening game of the day. It's a 1-0 lead for Waconia.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Greg Williford is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson. Glad you're with us for the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. And as we welcome you to the neighborhood this weekend, we are now NSPN.TV. For 1 low monthly rate, for 1 low yearly rate, you can get all the content that we produce, including the Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament, the Minnesota Legion Baseball Tournaments, all of our high school events, which will be starting here in the not-too-distant future. Also, MIAC and Northern Sun events. It's all available for one low yearly price, one low monthly price. And you can get all the details at the website you're at right now, nspn.tv. Where this one plays Fergus Falls in Dundas next Saturday. First ball swinging is a ground ball off the bat of Jacob Becker. Becker hits one towards short and Derek Martin, and Martin commits an error to allow Jacob Becker to become the first base runner of the game for Union Hill.
With a runner at first base and nobody down, that brings up Bulldog catcher.
A runner at first, nobody out. And the batter is Jack Geeson. Those 1-0 Waconia here in Faribault in the bottom half of the first inning. Frederick will hold the runner on at first base. Geeson will fire a strike. And it snowballs in one strike. Geeson had a .304 average this summer with a home run. Geeson also knocked in 15 runs this summer. There's a bunt attempt, and it's unsuccessful as it's fouled off the bat of Geeson. And now Simon, who has struck out 5 men already, he's well ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Nothing and 2 the count. The pause and the 0-2 fastball up and out. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wilmer and Clinton are scoreless. Another game going on right now as a fly ball heads towards left. Justin Schultz coming on, and he will make an above-the-head one-handed catch for out number 1 here in inning number 3. So Becker at first, 1 down, and the batter is Brady O'Neill.
That brings up Bulldog shortstop number 17, Brady O'Neill.
O'Neill, a .294 hitter this summer, knocked in 7 runs. 1 on, 1 out in the third inning of a 1-0 Waconia lead. First one missed from Jack Simon. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 ground ball towards short. Into the hole is Derek Martin. He'll go to second for the first out. Throw to first base, not in time. So Martin erases Becker on the force out, 6-4. O'Neill reaches on the fielder's choice. And the second trip around the batting order will start with Joe Becker. Becker struck out in his first appearance. 0 for 1. 1-0 Waconia. They scored without the benefit of a hit in the bottom of the second inning. Moved to first base, sends O'Neill back to the bag. The pitch, swinging a foul, right side, not a play. No balls, 1 strike count. Decent lead at first base by Brady O'Neill. Simon comes to the pause. And the 0-1 with the runner staying put is a strike over the outside edge. And now it's no balls and 2 strikes. So Simon trying to pitch around the error which started this inning. And Simon stepped off. O'Neill was leaning a little bit. Simon never made a throw. No balls, 2 strikes. Simon takes off on the 0-2, and the pitch was unable to be handled by Robbie Smith. So O'Neill will take second base. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes, and Becker standing in with a runner in scoring position. Becker did knock in 28 runs this year, second on the squad to Conrad Mossberg. He was a .416 hitter on the regular season. Slugging percentage of .663, pretty good for a leadoff man. 1-2 delivery, swing, and a foul at the plate. One ball, 2 strikes now. Simon, the pause, a deep breath, a look at second, and the pitch towards left field. It'll land in front of Schultz for a base hit. Rounding third, coming to the plate is Brady O'Neill. The throw to the plate will be cut off. A 2-out RBI single for Joe Becker. Evens the game at 1 for Union Hill. The Becker single, the first hit of the game for either squad. So an error, a fielder's choice, a stolen base, and an RBI single gets the Bulldogs on the board here in the top of the 3rd inning. And Jack Creighton will try to keep the fun going. He struck out in his first plate appearance 0 for 1. But look at a strike on the outside edge. The ball is 1 strike. He was a .313 hitter on the regular season. Knocked in 13. So Joe Becker now has 29 RBI on the season. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 delivery, swinging a foul at the plate. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. So just like in the Becker plate appearance, Simon finds himself well ahead here. Becker got the count to 2-2 and then got the base hit to left after falling behind 0-2. The pause and the 0-2 pitch high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're even at 1 here in the 3rd inning on a beautiful Sunday morning here in Faribault. Becker with the lead at first base. The pitch, ground ball, first base side. Diving stop on the backhand by A.J. Frederick. He'll get to his feet and shimmy to the bag to retire the side. But 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. 2.5 complete. We are even at 1. Bottom of the 3rd inning we go. It's a 1-1 contest. It'll be 9-1-2 for Waconia here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Owen Amron will start things here in the 3rd. It will be followed by the top of the order and Justin Schultz, then Derek Martin. What is now a 1-1 game. Waconia scored without the benefit of a base hit in that bottom of the 2nd inning. A walk, an error, a stolen base, and a sacrifice fly. got the run home. First ball swing is Amran. He'll sky one into center field. Nathan Osborne was there, had him played darn near perfectly. And the snowman on the scoreboard is the first out of the bottom of the third inning. 1-1 game. And Justin Schultz will stand in. Schultz grounded to second in his first plate appearance, and the first pitch inside, 1 ball, no strikes. So Mossberg gets his offense to help him out with the run in the top half of this frame, but he falls behind Schultz. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for Union Hill. 1 run, no hits, and 1 error for Waconia thus far. Pitch goes high. Both teams missed out on the state tournament a year ago. Waconia here for the 9th time in their team's history, and Union Hill here for the 17th time. And a pitch outside, a 4-pitch walk to Justin Schultz. That'll be the second walk given up by Conrad Mossberg. A runner at first and 1 down. The batter is Derek Martin. Martin grounded to second in the first inning. No balls and 1 strike. Or nothing for 1, I should say. First pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 on, 1 out. The pitch. A strike on the outside edge. One ball, 1 strike to count. One, swinging a fly ball deep left center field. Nathan Osborne is there, though, near the warning track, and he pulls it in the deepest part of left center field. Derek Martin gave that one a ride, but the park held it.
With 2 down, that brings up number 23, the Lakers third baseman, Max.
Runner at first, 2 down. Max Kallenberg flew out to center in his first plate appearance as well. 1-1 the score is a move to first base will send Kallenberg, or rather Schultz, back to the bag. Mossberg against Kallenberg. The pitch slowly hit ground ball, third base side. Mossberg will field, loop a throw to first base. It was a little off target, but nice maneuvering by Nathan Berg will allow the out to get recorded. A walk and a man left. We're 3 complete. It is Waconia and Union Hill tied at 1.
At the end of 3-1, that score update brought to you by Score.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
There's the scoreboard. Beautiful scoreboard at beautiful Bell Field here in Faribault. Folks here with Great job so far of hosting this tournament, and they'll continue to do so through the next couple of weekends. And Conrad Mossberg will start things here in the fourth inning. He struck out in his first plate appearance. He swings and fouls the first pitch off against Cody Simon. Simon's only given up one hit and one unearned run thus far. He hasn't walked anybody and has struck out 5 as Mossberg bloops one on the infield, and right near the pitcher's plate, the pitcher, Cody Simon, will make the catch, so one pitcher retires the other. One down here in the fourth inning for Nate Lee, who grounded to third his first time up. Only one hit in the game thus far. Joe Becker with an RBI single with 2 outs to score Brady O'Neill in the third inning as the pitch is strike to Lee. No balls and 1 strike to count. The 0-1 delivery is a pop-up foul ball right side and out of play. And it is no balls and 2 strikes to count now. First of 3 today here in Faribault. It'll be the Ada A's and the Plato Blue Jays next, followed by the Raymond Rockets and the Wanamingo Jacks. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 down here in the inning as the pitch goes low and away. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes from Cody Simon out of Winona State. Beautiful day here in Faribault. No chance of rain today. Had some rain issues on Friday night as the foul ball goes right side and out of play. Had some in and out cloudy skies yesterday. I know Meesville had some issues with some rain yesterday, but all in all, weather not going to be a threat. The curveball outside corner, strike 3 called, and that'll be strikeout number 6 for Cody Simon. So here at this early stage of the game, Simon has struck out the top 6 hitters in the Union Hill lineup at least once. Nathan Osborne struck out in the first inning. He squares to bunt and offers at the first one and fouls it off. No balls and 1 strike. Winner will face Fergus Falls, the Hurricanes, next Saturday in Dundas at 4:30. Class C championships will be here in Faribault. The pitch outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Oh, or 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2 now. And Simon looking for his third 1-2-3 inning of the 4 that he has had thus far. The pitch, swing and a miss. He gets strikeout number 7 in the process. Another 1-2-3 inning against the Bulldogs. 3.5 complete. We're even at 1.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Home half of the 4th. We go. We're even at 1. Union Hill and Waconia in our first game of the day here in Faribault. Greg Williford is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson. Conrad Mossberg through 3 innings, hasn't given up a hit, has walked 2, and given up 1 unearned run. It'll be hitters 4, 5, and 6 for the Lakers here in the 4th inning. A.J. Frederick drew the walk to start the ball game yesterday. Or to start the 2nd inning, to start the run-scoring rally for the Lakers at that point. And the first pitch is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. So he's seen 5 pitches, and all have been out of the zone. And he finally sees a strike there on pitch number 6 that he's seen today. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Penalty cut, no contact, and it's 1-2 now. Waconia without a hit through the first 3 innings. They scored with the help of a walk and an error as Frederick takes it outside. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Nobody on, nobody out here in the 4th inning. Frederick looks at one outside. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Three and 2 the count. And Frederick looks at one high again for ball 4, so he draws his 2nd free pass. That is the same way that the 2nd inning started. And Robbie Smith will be the batter. Smith reached on an error in the 2nd inning. That allowed Frederick to reach 3rd base and score on a sacrifice fly eventually. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. The ball's 1 strike to count, the 0-1, a foul ball on the right field line and out of play. And that one actually left the ballpark. Good amount of spectators up that first base side, right by the concessions tent over there, grilling up some good food today, as they have all weekend. The 0-2 outside corner, strike 3 called. Robbie Smith down on strikes, and that's strikeout number 2 for Conrad Mossberg. So, 1 on, 1 out. And Jake Hendricks, who was the other strikeout victim of Mossberg thus far, will stand in. He went down swinging in the 2nd. Mossberg sprays one foul and out of play. It is no balls and 1 strike. Short lead at first base again by Frederick, and the pitch looped down the right field line, but foul. So Hendricks got around late on the first offering. He got around early on the 2nd offering, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. On 2 with 1 down. Half swing foul ball off the facing of the 3rd base dugout occupied by Union Hill. The NBA rules say the home team will always have the 1st base dugout. Union Hill, the visiting team, in the 3rd base dugout. 0-2, backdoor breaking ball just missed outside. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking at the brackets here in Class C. It appears we have 10 matchups set already for next weekend. The 1-2 swinging a fly ball towards left field. Nate Lee angling towards the line. The shortstop, Brady O'Neill, though, hustles into foul ground, and he will make the catch. And that'll be out number 2 of the 4th inning. Hendricks fouls to short, and Ronnie Olson, the only man with an RBI for Waconia in this game, will come to the plate. He had a sacrifice fly to right. That scored A.J. Frederick back in the 2nd inning. So the matchups that we have set for next weekend on Sunday at 4:30 in Dundas, it'll be Loretto and Bird Island. On Friday night in Dundas at 7:30, it'll be Watkins and Red Wing. Olson in from the left-hand side of the plate. He'll look at a strike, 0-1. Sunday at 1:30 in Dundas, Webster and Monticello. Sunday at 4:30 right here in Faribault, it'll be Cold Spring and Watertown. Sunday at 11 here in Faribault, Stark and Bemidji. Pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sunday at 4:30 here in Faribault. Next weekend, it'll be Buckman and Laverne. Sunday at 11 next Sunday in Dundas, Browntown and Asante. 1 ball, 1 strike count. The 1-1 delivery, a ground ball towards second base. Field on the second hop by Becker, and he'll pick it up and throw to first base to retire the side. So Mossberg pitches around a leadoff walk, and we head to the 5th inning. We're tied at 1. This is NSPN.TV's coverage of the Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament.
PrepSpotlight.tv made history in 2020 by live streaming every game of the Town Ball State Tournament. History is happening again. PrepSpotlight.tv has been great, but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.TV. The Neighborhood Sports Network launches this week with end-to-end coverage of a fantastic Minnesota sports tradition, Town Ball. See every game for a new fan-friendly monthly fee. Join for Town Ball State Tournament games, then stay for the high school and college seasons. NSPN.TV will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, feature stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood. NSPN.TV.
Game as we maneuver to the 5th inning. Nathan Berg, the first baseman for the Bulldogs, stands in against Cody Simon, who gets a swing and a miss from Berg. No balls and 1 strike. Berg, a strikeout victim back in the 2nd inning. Simon with 7 strikeouts through 4 innings. Second ball is a fly ball out into left center field. Omrin near the fences. That ball keeps carrying. Omrin lunges and runs it down on the warning track in left center field. That one just kept carrying out into left center field, and Omrin had a beat on it and lunged at the last second to record the out. 1 down, and Jacob Becker will stand in. He reached out an error to start the 3rd inning. 1 down, nobody on, and the pitch is a strike. It's no balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 delivery, a ground ball towards second base, and Ronnie Olson, he bobbles it momentarily, now picks it up and throws to first base. A collision at first base, but Frederick was able to hang on to the ball. Frederick hung on to the ball and had his foot on the bag as him and Becker collided slightly at first base. Some fancy footwork there on a play that became way more dramatic than it should have been. 2 down here in the frame. Jack Geeson flew out to left in the 1st inning. 1-1 game here in the 5th as Geeson slices one down the right field line, but foul. No balls and 1 strike. Only 1 hit in this game between the two teams, and it was Union Hill's RBI single from Joe Becker that scored their lone run back in the third inning. The 0-1 delivery, a pop-up, right side foul territory. Frederick angling into foul ground. Will he have enough room? He will not. And it snowballs and 2 strikes on the number 8 hitter in the Union Hill lineup. No balls, 2 strikes, the count. Waconia and Union Hill. Fergus Falls awaiting the winner of this one next weekend. The 0-2, a fastball up. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Both pitchers in control of this one. Mossberg for Union Hill and Simon for Waconia. Simon misses on the next offering, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 delivery, swinging a foul at the plate. So we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuce is wild on the Bulldog catcher. Two and two with 2 down. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8 for Cody Simon. This game is halfway complete. We haven't decided a thing yet. We are tied at 1. This is NSPN.TV's coverage of the Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Such news! It's everything I ever wanted.
Takes a lot of community members to host an event like this, and the grounds crew here at Faribault putting in their time to make sure this field stays in tip-top shape. They did a great job the other night. After about a half an inch of rain fell in the Faribault area to get the field ready to go for that Loretto game, which ended up starting at about 9:15 on Friday night. They got the coordinated raking team. They've got individual rakes going up the baselines. Everything working like a well-oiled machine here at Bell Field in Faribault on a sunny, officially now a sunny Sunday afternoon. So we are just after the noon hour here in the Central Daylight Savings Time Zone. It's technically just after noon Central Daylight Time. There's no such thing as the Daylight Savings Time Zone. Sorry to confuse you that don't know, and you can point and laugh at me if you want. It's Chris Bullis, the designated hitter for Waconia. We'll look at the first pitch outside. He grounded to short in the first, 0 for 1. He skies one out to right center field. The right fielder, Crazen, is after it. He retreats and makes the catch about 15 feet in front of the wall, just beneath the right center field scoreboard. 1 down here in the 5th inning.
After the Bramer construction fly ball, there's 1 down.
1 down here in the frame.
Number 10, Lakers center fielder Owen.
And Owen Amrin will be the batter. He flew out to center in his first plate appearance. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts for Mossberg as Amrin ducks out of the way of the first offering. He hasn't given up a hit through the first 17 batters that he has faced. Ground ball, third base side, fielded there by Joe Becker, makes the throw on the run and beats Amrin by a step. Good play by Amrin to hustle down the line and give himself an opportunity, but Becker up to the challenge at third base. So quickly 2 up, 2 down. And so far, 2 times through the order, Mossberg has had the better of the Lakers. We'll see if anything changes here the 3rd time through the order, as Justin Schultz will be the batter, grounded to second in the 1st and walked in the 3rd. And he'll look at a strike, 0-1. So both pitchers have been the story in this one. Simon for Waconia and Mossberg for Union Hill. A swing and a miss, and it snowballs 2 strikes. The Lakers have only gone down in order 1 time in this game. That was back in the 1st inning, a fastball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. A ball and 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and missed at a curve. 3rd strikeout from Mossberg. And a defensive 1-2-3 inning for the Bulldogs. We shimmy to the 6th. Looks out at 1.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Hard to believe, less than 3 weeks away until the Minnesota Twins honor Town Ball in the state of Minnesota. They'll do that on Saturday night, September 10th, as you just heard about. Twinsbaseball.com again /townball. One of the cool things about that night, Brady O'Neill, the number 9 hitter, looks at the first pitch outside from Simon. 1 ball and no strikes to count. 1-0 delivery into left field, hit pretty well, but playable as Schultz retreats and makes an above-the-head catch about 10 feet in front of the track in left field. And Simon retires O'Neill. That's 8 in a row set down by Simon. And the only man to have a base hit in today's game is the leadoff hitter for the Bulldogs, Joe Becker. He struck out in the 1st inning and had an RBI single in the 3rd. Look at the first pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. One-0 delivery in there for a strike. Getting back to that Twins honoring Town Ball. It's the Twins and the Guardians that night, so not only do the Twins honor Town Ball that night, you get to see the battle for the AL Central lead as well, as pitch goes inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Fly ball right field after it is the right fielder Hendricks, but he'll have to play it on a hop, so Joe Becker continues to be the only man with a base hit in this game. He got the RBI single back in the 3rd inning to bring Union Hill's only run of the game home. And he's now 2 for 3. 1 on, 1 out here in the 6th inning. Good pitchers duel between Simon and Mossberg. 1 on, 1 out for Jack Creighton, who's struck out in the 1st and grounded to 1st in the 3rd. Up again here in the 6th inning. The base hit by Becker ends a string of 8 in a row, set down by Simon as the pitch goes outside. 1 ball, no strikes the count on Creighton. 1-1 game. Waconia got their run without the benefit of a base hit in the bottom of the second. Union Hall got one back in the top of the third. Runner takes off, curveball taken inside, throw down to second base on the money, and unable to hang on to the throw was the second baseman, Ronnie Olson. I get the feeling that Ronnie Olson, had he been able to hang on to the ball, would have recorded the putout against Becker. Olson is arguing that the runner knocked the ball out of the glove, but the umpire is letting the ball stand. It's going to be a 2-ball and no strike count on Jack Creighton, who will now bat with the runner in scoring position. 2-0, ground ball towards third, foul. It's 2 balls and 1 strike on Creighton. That was a pretty good toss by Robbie Smith, knowing the fact it was a breaking ball inside. Becker got a good jump. Smith put the ball right where he needed to, but Olson just was unable to, shall we say, complete the process of the catch. The 2-1, ground ball to the right side. Olson will knock it down at second base, pick it up, throw to first base, and by a step, Olson will get Creighton with Becker moving up to third. 2 down, runner at third. And Conrad Mossberg with an opportunity to help his own cause. He struck out in the first, popped to the pitcher in the 4th inning. He is the team leader in runs driven in this year at 32. Number 33 would put a crooked number on the board and give his Bulldogs the lead as Simon hits ground ball to the first base side. Frederick will field. He'll give an underhand toss to Simon. And that's that for the 6th inning. 1 hit, 1 left. 5.5 complete. We remain 1-1. You're watching NSPN.TV's coverage of the Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
There you see the beautiful scoreboard at Bell Field out in right center field. Great shot from our producer and director, Greg Williford. My name is Darren Swenson. Been happy to bring you here all weekend long. Great hospitality, great venue, and the always fun and exciting atmosphere of the Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament. A 1-1 game between Union Hill and Waconia as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Derek Martin was the Region 7 MVP. Grounded to short in the 1st inning and flew out to center in the 3rd. A 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 6th inning as Martin takes the first pitch low. Max Kallenberg and A.J. Frederick to follow. So hitters 2, 3, and 4 against Conrad Mossberg, who's yet to give up a hit. Fouled away, 1 ball, 1 strike.
There's another one, First United Bank. Ball.
In fact, leadoff hitter Joe Becker, the only man with a hit in this game, the leadoff hitter for Union Hill. He's 2 for 3. Everybody else 0 for. Fly ball, center field, base hit. I spoke too soon. Derek Martin now 1 for 3. He becomes the 3rd leadoff runner in 6 innings to reach for Waconia.
Nobody out, the runner at first base.
They scored their lone run back in the 2nd inning after Frederick led off the inning by walking. Max Kallenberg will be the batter. He flew out to center in the 1st, grounded to the pitcher in the 3rd. 1-1 game, bottom of the 6th. Mossberg to a pause and the pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. Overall 5 base runners for Waconia in this game. There's only been 3 overall base runners for the Bulldogs. 1-0, outside corner for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Move to first base, back to the bag. Diving is Martin. One run, 2 hits for Waconia. One run, 1 hit for Waconia. 1 run, 2 hits for Union Hill, as they continue to pay attention to Derek Martin at first base. Martin with a decent lead at first base. Mossberg comes to the chest high, set away from his body, and the 1-1 delivery is a swing and a foul, right side, not a play. One ball, 2 strikes. Mossberg to the rubber. And the 1-2 delivery is swinging a foul back. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another move to first base, back to the bag. Diving is Derek Martin. So he'll have to wash the jersey after this game no matter what. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Martin takes off. The 1-2 pitch is a fly ball foul down the right field line. So we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Max Kallenberg, 0 for 2, looking to reach base for the first time in this one. Hammered left center field and deep over is Nathan Lee, and he's going to run it down in front of the warning track in left center. Hustling back to first base is Derek Martin, 1 down here in the 6th inning. So 1 down and 1 on, and A.J. Frederick, who's reached base twice, will stand in. He walked and scored in the 2nd inning, walked again in the 4th inning. 1-1 game, home half the 6th in our first game of 3 today here in Faribault. The pitch, outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Short lead at first base by Martin, and Mossberg reminds him that, hey, I'm still paying attention to you. Another move to first base, and Martin gets the jersey dirty again. No balls and 1 strike count. Runner takes off. Pitch taken outside, throw it out to second base, and in with a head-first slide is Derek Martin. The shortstop O'Neill did not hang on to the ball on the one-hop throw from Jack Geeson. One ball, 1 strike count. So Frederick bats with a runner in scoring position. The pitch inside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mossberg trying to pitch around the leadoff single here in the 6th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 to Frederick. Ooh, boy, just missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Frederick has drawn 2 bases on balls, and he's been pretty disciplined at that plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down. The pause by Mossberg, a look back at second base as Martin plays some cat and mouse with him, and the pitch just off the corner again. And now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Frederick goes to a full count for the 2nd consecutive plate appearance. The 3-2 is a foul ball. He walked on 4 pitches in his first plate appearance, and then worked the count to a walk on 3-2 in his 2nd plate appearance. He's seen a good amount of pitches from Mossberg in this game. We're still even at 1. Waconia with their run in the 2nd inning. Union Hill with their run in the top of the 3rd. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch fouled back again. So this will become at least a 9-pitch at bat. The pitch outside, ball 4. Frederick earns his 3rd free pass of the day. So for the first time since the 2nd inning, Waconia has multiple runners on in the same frame. And Robbie Smith will try to take advantage. He reached on an error in the 2nd inning, struck out looking in the 4th. 1st and 2nd, 1 down. 1-1 game, bottom of the 6th inning. Berg will be even with the bag at first. Becker will play back at 3rd. They'll play double play depth up the middle. Towards left field. Over is Nathan Lee. He will make the catch. Runners stay put. 2 down in the inning. So Smith hit it well, but Lee had him played pretty well as well. 1-1 game, bottom of the 6th, 2 on, 2 out for Jake Hendricks. Struck out in the 2nd inning, fouled out to the shortstop, Brady O'Neill, in the 4th inning. Up again here in the 6th, trying to unbreak a 1-1 tie. Left-hand hitter against the right-hand pitcher as Mossberg delivers, and Hendricks fouls one back. No balls, 1 strike to count. Away from second, Martin. Away from first is Frederick. Mossberg comes set. A look back at second and the pitch. A fly ball towards center field. And that one carrying Osborne back near the fence. Right next to the 350 side and straightaway center. He will make the catch to retire the side. A walk, a hit, and 2 runners left on base. We are 6 innings complete. We haven't decided a thing yet. It's 1-1.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
One game as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Waconia got their run in the 2nd inning. On a sacrifice fly by Ronnie Olson. Union Hill got their run in the 3rd inning. A 2-out RBI single for Joe Becker. Joe Becker, the leadoff hitter for the Bulldogs, the only man with a hit for the Bulldogs. Derek Martin, the only man with a hit for Waconia. There's been a combined 2 runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors through 6 innings. Both these pitchers have kept their opponents at bay. Nate Lee, Nathan Osberg, and Nathan Berg. Nathan, and Nathan. Here in the 7th inning for Union Hill. Simon starts Lee with the strike, 0-1. Lee grounded to 3rd in the 2nd, struck out looking in the 4th, the 0-1. A pop-up foul straight behind us and out of play. Absolutely gorgeous day here in Faribault. Temperature darn near perfect. Not a lot of a breeze, no humidity. Are we sure this is truly August in Minnesota? 0-2 delivery, just off the corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And with the lack of humidity, we haven't seen a lot of the state bird, the mosquito, this weekend. The 1-2 delivery, swinging a foul back to the protective netting behind home plate. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes still on Nate Lee. Winner of this ball game will head to Dundas next Saturday. Half-swing ground ball, 3rd base side, picked up by the pitcher Simon, who will give a sidearm toss to first base and Frederick. And Nate Lee retired 1-3. Kind of a swinging bunt, but Cody Simon doing a good job being that 5th infielder. There's 1 down here in the 7th inning. The Fergus Falls Hurricanes awaiting the winner of this one in a game that will be played in Dundas next Saturday at 4:30. The other half of that, the bracket is Buckman and Laverne. That will be played here in Faribault at 4:30 next Saturday as a strike thrown to Nathan Osborne. Osborne struck out in the 1st, or rather in the 2nd, and in the 4th inning, both times swinging. Pitch a strike. It's 0-2. Oh, 0-2 the count. The pitch a little bit low. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch. Inside, 2-2 now. With Nathan Berg on deck. Bulldogs here at state for the 17th time. A curveball missed inside. Now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Waconia here for the 9th time. Neither of these teams were at state last year. They both qualified for the last time in 2020 of the 3-2. Inside corner, strike 3 call. Osborne was tossing the bat away. Didn't like the call, but goes down on strikes for the third time in this game. And that is strikeout number 9 for Cody Simon. Two down here in the inning, and Nathan Berg will be the batter. He struck out in the second and flew out to center in the fifth inning. So we're going to foul back. No balls, one strike.
178. Waconia, 88. There were still people don't know who they're representing.
Simon ready. 0-1, swinging a foul away. No balls and 2 strikes. Simon, 9 strikeouts, and he has not walked anybody and only given up the 2 hits to this point. So Union Hill has only had a total of 3 base runners in this game. Fastball up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The error that allowed Jacob Becker to reach back in the third, and Joe Becker has two hits himself. Deuce is wild now on Nathan Berg. Pitch outside corner, strike 3 called. Simon into double digits. In strikeouts with 10. Another 1-2-3 defensive inning for the Lakers. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is a 1-1 game.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
One game as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. As this weekend, for the first time, we are welcoming you to the neighborhood. We are now referred to as NSPN.TV. For one low monthly price or even lower yearly price, you can get all of the content that we produce, including events like the Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament, MIAC games, NSIC games, as well as all of the prep sports that we cover here in the state of Minnesota. Check out all the details as we welcome you to the neighborhood, NSPN.TV. Bottom third of the order due for Waconia here in the bottom of the 7th inning as Ronnie Olson will look at a strike, 0-1. Olson with the sacrifice fly to right to score A.J. Frederick in the 2nd inning and grounded to second in the 4th. The 0-1 delivery is just a bit outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Waconia had a 1st and 2nd. 1 down situation in the 6th inning, but 2 fly balls ended that threat. Sprayed foul out of play off the bat of Olson, and now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Mossberg and Simon continuing to set the tone in this game. Only 3 hits through the first 6.5 innings. The pitch looped down the first base side foul. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Ronnie Olson. 1-2 pitch low, 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Up in Class A today, they're playing up in St. Anthony. Baseball 365, end of 2, leading Minnetonka by a 1-0 margin. 2-2 barely missed the outside corner. And it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. The winner of that one will face St. Louis Park at 3 o'clock, so we'll decide a Class A champion today. Wilmer leading Clinton 4-0. That's after 6 innings. The 3-2 off the mound. It skips right to second base, fielded there by Jacob Becker, and he'll throw to first base to get the out. Good job of concentration by Becker. That one hit the mound, skipped right towards Becker, came down in his glove, and he fired a strike to first base and Berg to get the hustling Olsen by a step. 1 down, nobody on, and Chris Bullis to the plate. He grounded to short in the second and flew out to right in the 5th. 1-1 game as we play the bottom of the 7th inning. Waconia with their run in the second. Union Hill with their run in the 3rd. As pitch outside to Bullis. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 1-0 inside, 2 balls and no strikes now. Wilmer with a 7-0 lead in their game. The other games going on today here at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament, taking all the way on 2-0 was Bullis for a strike. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike now. The 2-1 delivery is in there for a strike. And we proceed at 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. 1-1 game, home half the 7th. Fergus Falls awaits the winner in Dundas next Saturday afternoon. The 2-2 delivery, a ground ball up the middle. That one's going to sneak through for a base hit. Bullis reaches base and becomes only the second man to reach base via a hit today for the Lakers. He's on with a 1-out single here in the 7th inning. And I believe the Lakers will go to their bench for a pinch hitter here, and it will be Chris Basso batting for Owen Amrin. So Basso will bat now with the runner at first and 1 down. One game here in the 7th inning. As the first pitch goes high, and it's off the glove of the catcher Giesens on the pass ball. Bullis will move up to second base. Basso on the season, 14 hits and 44 plate appearances. He's knocked in 10, has 3 doubles and 2 home runs. He's also walked 9 times, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Basso. Go ahead, run at second base for the Lakers here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Ground ball hit towards third slowly. Fielded right on the bag by Becker. He'll throw across the diamond for the out at first. Scooting up to third as the throw went across the diamond was Bullis. So good piece of base running there from Bullis. As he took off once that throw went across the diamond. And Justin Schultz will come to the plate, runner at third with 2 down. Schultz 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounded to second in the first, walked in the third, and struck out in the 5th. 1-1 game. So we play at the bottom of the 7th inning. Ground ball right side, it's a fair ball! Scoring is Bullis on the Schultz RBI single. A crooked number on the board for the first time in this game, and the Lakers take a 2-1 lead. A 2-out RBI single by the leadoff hitter, Justin Schultz. And Derek Martin will come to the plate looking to extend the advantage. So Waconia on the board for the first time since the 2nd inning. And that's going to be it for Conrad Mossberg. Mossberg will be lifted in this game, and we'll tell you about the new pitcher here in a moment. Waconia leading here in the bottom of the 7th by a 2-1 margin.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Jace Luna, a draftee from the New Prague Orioles, will try to put out the fire here in the 7th inning, replacing Conrad Mossberg, who will stay in the game as the designated hitter. Can't complain too much about Mossberg's outing to date. 6 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned to this point. He walked 3 and he struck out 3. But he's been out-dueled to this point by Cody Simon, who hasn't walked anybody and has struck out 10.
Again up the bat, number 2, Derek Martin.
And Derek Martin will be the batter. Martin 1 for 3 in this game. A runner at first base with 2 down. Martin got a single in his last plate appearance as he looks at the pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. He also flew out to center in the 3rd and grounded to 2nd in the 1st. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch popped foul straight back out of play. One ball, 1 strike on the number 2 hitter in the lineup. Short lead at first base by Schultz, and the fastball goes up. 2 balls, 1 strike. Short lead again at first base by Schultz. The 2-1 to Martin is a ground ball towards short, fielded there by O'Neill. Winds up, throws to first base, and a bang play. Martin beats it out. It's an infield single. So 1st and 2nd with 2 down here in the 7th inning. First and 2nd, 2 down, 1 in. Waconia leading by a 2-1 margin. They took the lead on the Schultz RBI single a moment ago. And Max Kallenberg will look to keep the fun going. He flew out to center in the 1st, grounded to the pitcher in the 3rd, and flew out to left in the 6th as the pitch goes high. 1 ball, no strikes. Off of 2nd, Schultz. Off of 1st is Martin, and the pitch is low. Nice stop behind the plate by Giesen. Two balls, no strikes, the count. Short lead at 2nd by Schultz is fouling 1 away. Is Kallenberg. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count now. Two, 1. Down and in from Jace Luna. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Luna, the draftee from the New Prague Orioles. 3-1, low and outside, ball 4. And now the bases are going to be loaded for a man that has been on base all 3 times today. Luna out of Le Sueur, Minnesota. And a Gustavus Adolphus baseball player. Schultz to third, Martin to second, and Kallenberg to first. A.J. Frederick has walked 3 times, walked and scored in the second, walked in the fourth, walked in the sixth, and he'll try to give his team a little bit of breathing room as Luna out of the windup fires outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0, high and tight, and Frederick will backpedal and get out of the way of the next offering. It's 2 balls, no strikes on Luna. So a brief conversation between Geeson and Luna. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get these folks on the same page, a draftee that you haven't worked with all year. 2-0 delivery in there for a strike. It's 2-1 now. 2-1, good pitch outside corner, taken for strike 2. Two outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Traveling time for all the base runners now. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. There they go, the 3-2, a chopper, third base side. Brady O'Neill, the shortstop, will field. He'll throw to first base. The throw is too tall. Schultz has scored. Martin has scored. Being waved in is Kallenberg. The throw to the plate, and he's going to be retired. But 2 runs will be added to Waconia's total, and it's now a 4-1 ball game. So out of all that, 3 runs will score on 3 hits. There'll be 1 error and 1 runner left. We are 7 innings complete in this one. Our new score, it's Waconia 4 and Union Hill 1.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
A 3 spot, all runs coming with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning for Waconia as they now lead it 4-1, 4 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. Union Hill with 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 errors now on the contest. And Cody Simon will come out to continue what has been a very good performance to this point. He's only given up 2 hits, hasn't walked anybody, and has struck out 10 in this game. He's only allowed 3 runners to reach base. As Jacob Becker looks at the first pitch outside, Becker was one of the folks that was allowed to reach base. Did so on an error back in the 3rd inning. A ground ball towards short. Derek Martin will field, and in one motion throws over to first base on the run. Becker retired 6-3, 1 down here in the inning. So 1 down, nobody on, and Jack Geeson to the plate. He's flown out to left in the 3rd and struck out in the 5th inning. The only man to have a hit in today's game was the leadoff hitter, Joe Becker. An RBI single in the 3rd and a single in the 6th inning. The pitch, a strike, 0-1. That Becker single in the 6th inning, the only man the Bulldogs have gotten on base since that 3rd inning. 0-1, swinging a foul away. It's no balls and 2 strikes, so Cody Simon doing his thing. Oh, 2. Curveball grounded towards short. Multi-hopper to Derek Martin. A couple of taps of the glove, and he'll throw across the diamond to retire Giesen. And quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the inning. Two down, nobody on. Brady O'Neill to the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd and flew out to left in the 6th. O'Neill has scored the only run of the game. That came on the Becker RBI single with 2 outs in the 3rd. 0-1 looper towards right field. That one will land for a base hit in front of Hendricks out in right field. So now Joe Becker will come to the plate. And prior to that base hit by O'Neill,
with 2 down and a runner at first base, that brings up third baseman number 33, Joe Becker.
Becker was the only man to have a hit against Simon. Simon fires a strike. 0-1. Becker a strikeout in the 1st, an RBI single in the 3rd, and a single in the 6th inning. Simon with the pause and the pitch fouled away.
There's another first inning.
No balls, 2 strikes to count. Pause and the 0-2. Fastball up, snap throw to first base, and back to the bag diving is O'Neill. Decent lead at first base by O'Neill. It's a 1-2 count on Joe Becker. A chest high pause for Simon, and the 1-2 swing and a miss. Strikeout number 11 for Simon. 1 hit, 1 left. We maneuver to the bottom of the 8th inning. Waconia leads it by a 4-1 margin.
PrepSpotlight.tv made history in 2020 by live streaming every game of the Town Ball State Tournament. History is happening again. PrepSpotlight.tv has been great, but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.tv. The Neighborhood Sports Network launches this week with end-to-end coverage of a fantastic Minnesota sports tradition, Town Ball. See every game for a new fan-friendly monthly fee. Join for Town Ball State Tournament games, then stay for the high school and college seasons. NSPN.tv will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, feature stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood. NSPN.tv.
Waconia with a 4-1 lead on Union Hill. A 3 spot in the bottom of the 7th inning. Justin Schultz with an RBI single for the go-ahead run to score Chris Bullis, and a throwing error allowed 2 more runs to score that inning for Waconia. Jace Luna on in relief of Conrad Mossberg, and Mossberg had a good outing. 6 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Robbie Smith will look the first pitch inside from Luna. 1 ball and no strikes to count. 1-0, ground ball headed towards right field. Over to his left is Becker to field, a flip over to first base, but beating it out is Smith. Becker with a nice job getting to that ball and putting some drama in that play. That ball had eyes out to right field, but Becker kept it on the skin, but credit Smith for hustling it out. It'll be hit number 5 of the game for Waconia. As the Lakers look for some insurance, and Jake Hendricks will come to the plate. Hendricks struck out in the 2nd inning, fouled to short in the 4th, and flew out to center in the 6th inning. Hendricks, no sign of bunting on the first offering, but takes a curveball on the inside edge for a strike. It is 0-1. The pause, the pitch. Outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Fergus Falls awaits the winner of this one. 1-1 high. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Ada Athletics and Plato Blue Jays coming up next, followed by the Raymond Rockets and Wanamingo Jacks. The 2-1 instead of move to first base to send Smith back to the bag. If you're looking ahead to the 9th inning for Union Hill, it'll be hitters 2, 3, and 4 due. Jack Kreitzen, Conrad Mossberg, and Nate Lee. Foul ball, left side out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. But Union Hill with some work to do before you get to that point. 2-2 the count. Runner takes off. Pitch swung on and missed for the out. Throw down to second base is not in time. Seemed to be perhaps a little bit of miscommunication on who was going to cover the bag that time. Hendricks down on strikes, but Smith takes second base. A runner at second with 1 down for Ronnie Olson. Olson 0 for 2 with the sacrifice fly in this contest. First pitch inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Olson had that sacrifice fly to score Frederick back in the 2nd inning. Is grounded to second in the 4th, grounded to second again in the 7th. 2 balls, no strikes now. 2-0 delivery. Missed again, and it's 3 balls, no strikes. Three and 0 the count. Outside for ball 4. 4th walk to Waconia batters today. Conrad Mossberg had 3 walks in his 6 2/3 innings. And the batter will be Chris Bullis. You got the rally going in that 7th inning with a 1-out single. He eventually scored what it is as of this time, the go-ahead run. Bullis grounded out and flew out in his other 2 plate appearances, and he looks at a strike here. 1st and 2nd, 1 down. In the bottom of the 8th inning as Waconia leads it by a 4-1 margin. The pitch sprayed out into left field. It'll land for a base hit. Smith hits third base, gets a stop sign there, so the Lakers will have them loaded with 1 out here in the 8th inning. Smith third, Olson second, Bullis at first, and Owen Omrin, the center fielder, will stand in. He flew out to center in the 3rd and grounded to 3rd in the 5th. He was hit for in his last plate appearance. In the 7th, as Chris Basso looked at the grounded out to 3rd in that plate appearance. First pitch high, 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0, swing and a miss, and it's 1-1 now. Double play depth up the middle, infield up at the corners. 1-1, low and through the wickets of Geeson. All the runners will move up, including Smith to score. On the wild pitch as Waconia now leads by 4. Olson to third, Bullis to second. And now with all 4 infielders up, Amrin will stand in with the 2-1 count as the fastball goes up from Luna. And now it's 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 from Luna. Curveball outside corner for a strike as Amrin was about ready to take his base, but the umpire said not so fast. Another curveball taken outside for ball 4. So Amrin walks down to what was a vacant first base, and another visit coming out of the Union Hill dugout. And Luna will be lifted. And we will tell you about the pitching changes in a moment. Bases loaded, 1 down. Waconia leads by 4 here in the bottom of the 8th. You're watching NSPN.TV's coverage of the Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Such news. It's everything I ever wanted.
Charlie Addison on here for Union Hill. As Jace Luna, the draftee, goes 2/3 of an inning. Gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned to this point. He walked 3 and he struck out 1. And Justin Schultz will come to the plate with the bases loaded and 1 down. He got the Lakers to the lead in his last plate appearance with an RBI single to score Chris Bullis in the last frame as the pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Schultz overall 1 for 3, or a run scored, an RBI, and a walk. Struck out and grounded out in his other 2 plate appearances as the pitch goes low. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. One and 1 with 1 down. Fly ball, center field. Retreating is Osborne. He is under it, comes in a few steps, makes the catch. Tagging at third is Olson, and he will score. It's a sacrifice fly for Schultz, his second run driven in of the game, and the advantage is now 5 for Waconia. So Schultz knocks in his second run. All the other runners stay put. That run charged to Lunar. And it'll be Derek Martin looking to continue the inning. Martin 2 for 4 with a run scored. 6-1 Waconia here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Fly ball foul down the left field line after 6 innings over in Dundas. Champlain Park leading Chaska 6-0. One ball, 1 strike count. Belish at second and Amrin at first. 1-1 from Addison is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Missed again. Now it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Matt Kallenberg hoping for a turn on deck. After 7 in Meesville, Wilmer leading Clinton 7-0. The pause and the pitch. Swinging a pop-up foul. Right side, not a play. So now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. So traveling time for the base runners. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. 6-1 Waconia here in the 8th, and the pitch out towards left field. Is it going to hang up for the left fielder Lee? He makes the lunging grab out in left field to retire the side, but 2 more runs score on 2 hits and 2 runners left on base. We head to the 9th inning. Waconia will try to close it down next, leading 6-1.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Jack Stoddard now in center field for Waconia as Cody Simon will try to close it out. And laying a bunt down as Creighton off the mound. As the field is Simon. He'll throw to first base. It's off target, but Creighton would have beaten it out anyway. So Creighton, who was 0 for 3, gets a bunt single. And that'll be the 4th hit of the game for Union Hill. Two of the hits belong to Joe Becker, the leadoff man. The other one belongs to Brady O'Neill. So 1 on, nobody out. That is only the 2nd time in 9 frames that Union Hill has gotten their leadoff runner on, as Conrad Mossberg will look at a strike, 0-1. He struck out in the 1st, popped to the pitcher in the 4th, and grounded it to first in the 6th. The ball is 1 strike pitch, ground ball, right side. That one's going to sneak through for a base hit. So the Bulldogs won't go down without a fight, as they have runners at 1st and 2nd. With nobody out.
Left fielder number 11, Nate Lee. Now running for the Bulldogs at first base.
And
number 1,
Derek Mossberg will run for Conrad Mossberg at first base. And Nate Lee will come to the plate. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. There is double barrel action down in the Waconia bullpen, should they need them. So one brother running for the other brother at first base. And Nate Lee at the plate. Lee swings at the first one, pops one up, foul territory right side. Robbie Smith in foul ground will make the catch for out number one here in the ninth inning. First and second, one down. And Nathan Osborne will be the batter. He has struck out all 3 times. Swinging in the second and the fourth, looking in the 7th inning. Ground ball left side. It's going to get through for a base hit, and stopping at third will be Kreutzen. So the base is loaded, and now you're at a point where the tying run is in the on-deck circle. And out of the dugout, a visit for Waconia. And you'd imagine you'd love to see Simon close out this one, but if you have to go to your pen, you have to go to your pen. So his hits now are even at 6. Conversations done. And Nathan Berg will come to the plate. Bases loaded, one down. Berg 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a fly out. He'll fly one towards left center field. On his horse is Jack Stoddard, angling into left center, but he'll yield to the left fielder Justin Schultz, who will make the catch. Tagging at third and scoring is Kreutzen. And a sacrifice fly to left will bring the second run of the game home for Union Hill. So it's a 6-2 ball game. And the last hope for the moment for the Bulldogs is Jacob Becker. Becker reached on an error in the third, grounded to second in the fifth, and grounded to short in the eighth. First and second, 1 in, 2 down, 6-2 the score. Waconia on top as Simon starts him with a strike. Simon working on a 6-hitter. 2 runs, 1 earned. And on the day, he has struck out 11. Probably more impressively, he hasn't walked anybody as the pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Off the top of my head, I don't remember a lot of 3-ball counts from Simon either. Outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2 now. One ball and 2 strikes. 6-2 Waconia here in the ninth. The pitch, ground ball, foul. Fergus Falls gets the winner of this one next Saturday in Dundas at 4:30. One and 2 with 2 down. The pause and the 1-2 just missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Tying a run remaining in that on-deck circle. Two balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild on Becker. The pitch, he stays alive on a pretty good breaking ball, fouling it off. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pause and the 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? A look to the base pass, and the base umpire going to say no, and now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Traveling time for the base runners. 3 and 2 with first and second and 2 down. The Pitch. Pop up out into left center field. Converging is Schultz and Stoddard. Stoddard going to run it down in left center field. And Waconia is moving on to the second round of competition. Waconia defeats Union Hill today. 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and 8 left for the Lakers. 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 5 left for the Bulldogs. Cody Simon with the complete game victory. 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, no walks, and 11 strikeouts. And the losing pitcher, Conrad Mossberg, he didn't throw too bad. 6 2/3 innings. 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So Union Hill, we'll call it a season, and Waconia will move on to next Saturday. They will take on Fergus Falls, the Hurricanes, in Dundas next Saturday at 4:30. So our first game of the day is done here in Faribault. Waconia with a 6-2 win on Union Hill. Coming up here in about a half hour, 45 minutes or so, it'll be Ada and Plato. And we invite you to be with us then. Our thanks to our producer and director, Greg Williford. Darren Swenson saying so long for just a little while from Faribault. Final in game 1 today, Waconia 6 and Union Hill 2. You are watching the Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament at NSPN.TV.
Baseball. It's America's pastime and Minnesota's passion. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Coverage of this great Minnesota tradition is proudly brought to you by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. Xfinity, a better way to watch. Think Bank, meet your money. The Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. And by the Minnesota Twins. Get tickets for Town Ball Night at Target Field on September 10th. Live coverage throughout the Town Ball tourney can be seen right here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. That's NSPN.TV. Welcome to the neighborhood. Now, let's get out